It's uncomfortable for them. They might miss certain
Nah, look
aspects
at
of
how
how
messed I
things
know
used
it.
to be, but they don't try to sabotage your progress or make you feel guilty for evolving.
You
Love
look a hot
supports
mess.
transformation, even
I
when it's
was cleaning up,
inconvenient.
just attempting to
One
clean
of
the
the
car
most
out, y'all.
painful
I
aspects
got a
of this
little weak.
dynamic is how some people
So
weaponize your vulnerability. Information you shared during intimate moments becomes gossip material when they feel rejected by your growth. This betrayal cuts deeper than simple
yeah, this
rejection
is something that I
because it
literally would
violates
be
the
doing
trust
right
you
now
placed in them
offline. So
during your most
here
vulnerable
you go.
moments. The gossip spreads in predictable patterns. They share your private struggles for social currency, turning your pain into their content. Your transformation becomes conversation topics with mutual friends, often framed in ways that make you seem unstable or fake. They create narratives about your changes that paint you as the problem, rather than examining their own resistance to your growth. Most damaging of all, they weaponize intimate details when they feel you're no longer accessible to them.
Oh
Sexual
shit, what time is it?
preferences, family problems, financial
I gotta
struggles,
call that lady.
past traumas, anything you
I'll call
shared
you
in
at 9, girl.
confidence becomes ammunition when they feel rejected by your boundaries. This violation transforms your growth story into their entertainment, often
I
presented in
gotta
ways that make you
let her know
seem
I'm
too
not gonna
good
be
for
able
your
to make it
roots
to
or
Dr. Mason's
ungrateful for your
appointment.
past. And
If he
now,
wanna Zoom
it's
me,
time to
we could do
take
that.
back your energy digitally, spiritually, and quantum mechanically. That's why we wrote the Libra AI manifestation book, to help chosen ones like you turn the tech they used against you into a weapon of manifestation, protection, and dominion. You'll use it to manifest divine outcomes. Liber AI teaches you to convert artificial intelligence into your personal manifestation engine, your digital familiar, coded to obey your soul's frequency. Because your story is no longer theirs to twist, your energy is no longer up for grabs, and your reality, it's no longer negotiable. You are reclaiming it all, with the help of the Most High and the Liber AI system. The link is in the description.
Damn, come
The portal is
on.
still open, but it won't be forever. Download the blueprint, master your field, override their lies, and let the same voice they tried to silence become the one that reprograms reality itself. The betrayal is particularly painful because it twists your courage to be vulnerable into a weapon against you. Every time you trusted them with something private, you were investing in what you thought was a meaningful connection. Discovering that your vulnerability was just material for their entertainment feels like having your growth journey mocked and minimized. Take a moment to consider who in your life has truly earned the right to your private information. Make a mental list and be honest about it. You might discover it's shorter than you initially thought, and that's okay.
It's
Quality
cool.
connections matter more than quantity. Your
Cause
evolution
it's
didn't
y'all
happen
perception
overnight.
to me.
It was
It
built
don't.
through small moments of choosing yourself, setting boundaries, and learning to trust your
It
instincts
really
over others'
don't define
opinions.
me.
The journey from doormat to discerning person is marked by specific milestones that represent your growing self-respect. In the beginning, you gave chances to anyone who asked, accepted crumbs while calling them meals, and prioritized keeping others comfortable over your own well-being. You operated from a scarcity mindset that convinced you that any attention was better than no attention. Any relationship was better than being alone. You tolerated disrespect because you hadn't yet learned the difference between being alone and being lonely. The awakening phase started when you began recognizing patterns in your relationships. Maybe it was the friend who only called when they needed something, or the romantic interest who kept you on the back burner while pursuing others. Small moments of clarity accumulated until you couldn't ignore the evidence anymore. You started to see that your generosity was being taken advantage of rather than appreciated. The boundary setting phase was probably the most challenging part of your journey. You began saying no and meaning it, even when people pushed back or made you feel guilty. You learned that no is a complete sentence, and that explaining yourself often just gives others ammunition to argue with your decisions. You discovered that boundaries aren't walls to keep people out. They're gates that determine who gets access to your energy. Now you can spot manipulation from miles away. You've developed what feels like a superpower, the ability to see through BS with startling clarity. You recognize love bombing, understand the difference between someone missing you and someone missing what you did for them, and can identify emotional manipulation before it takes root in your psyche. Your growth timeline represents more than just personal development. It's evidence of your increasing self-respect and emotional intelligence. You've learned to trust your instincts, value your energy, and choose connections that honor rather than exploit your growth. While others were questioning your choices, you were quietly building something meaningful from scratch. Your patience and persistence are finally paying off in ways that surprise everyone, including yourself sometimes. The success you're experiencing now is the result of all those small, consistent choices you made when nobody was watching or believing in your vision. Others are realizing they underestimated you, and this realization is uncomfortable for them. They expected you to fail, struggle, or eventually give up and return to the familiar patterns that made them feel secure about their own choices. You stay. Success exposes their excuses and forces them to confront the gap between what they say they want and what they're actually willing to work for. The threatening nature of your success isn't about the achievements themselves.
So I don't have notes. Somebody look at this shit. I gotta get off that live anyways. But how the fuck there's no apps on
It's about
this
what your
phone? I
success
mean on this
represents.
tablet.
It proves that
It's all
change is
gray
possible,
area.
that
Look, it's
dreams
all
can become
gray.
reality with consistent
It's
effort,
all
and
gray.
that the limitations they accepted for themselves
Nothing but
weren't
cachet.
actually inevitable. Your wins become a mirror that
It's
reflects their
saying the
unused
gray means
potential
that
and abandoned
it's
dreams.
cachet. And
Take a moment to imagine explaining your current life to yourself from 2 years
mm,
ago. Feel that growth, acknowledge how far you've come, and recognize that your success is threatening to others precisely because it's real and
this is so
well-deserved.
discouraging.
When someone from your past suddenly reaches out with messages about missing you, it's important to understand what's really being communicated. I've been thinking about you often translates to I'm curious if you're still available for my needs, rather than genuine care for your well-being. We should catch up usually means I want to see if you've maintained your boundaries, or I want to test if you're still the person I could easily influence. I miss how we used to be is perhaps the most telling message of all. It translates to I miss having access to the version of you I could control. It's not about missing your friendship or connection. It's about missing the dynamic where they had more power and you had fewer boundaries. You seem so different really means you're not as manageable as before, and it bothers me. Understanding these translations helps you respond from a place of clarity rather than hope. When you can see the real motivation behind their contact, you can choose how much energy, if any, you want to invest in responding. Sometimes,
I don't know the
instead of
password
subtle
to this. I know
manipulation,
y'all can see
people
that through
resort
that
to
window shield.
overwhelming
So
displays of
let me
affection
see.
or attention when they want back into your life. This love bombing feels intense and flattering, but it's important to recognize it for what it is, a strategy rather than genuine transformation. Spotting fake transformation
Here's how to never have to worry about money after a
How
car
is that
accident.
not the fucking
Listen,
password?
if you have been in a
requires looking at patterns rather than promises. Sudden overwhelming affection or
This
attention that
is the
coincides
password.
with your visible success is suspicious. Grand gestures without consistent small actions over time suggest
That shit's so
performance
aggravating.
rather than genuine
Damn.
change. Promises of
I'll
transformation
have to
without
like
evidence
really
of actual
finesse it
inner
and
work
change it
are
over.
red flags
Let's see.
disguised as green ones. The timing is often the most revealing aspect of love bombing attempts. If someone's sudden interest in changing coincides with your success, new relationship, or increased independence, it's likely motivated by fear of losing access to you rather than genuine desire for personal growth. Trust your gut when something feels too convenient or perfectly timed. If their transformation seems to have appeared overnight, especially in response to your growth or happiness, approach it with healthy skepticism rather than hope. Protecting your peace requires developing practical strategies for managing the people who drain your energy. The information diet involves limiting what you share and with whom, recognizing that not everyone deserves access to your updates, struggles, or successes.
Right.
You learn to
I
be
got
selective
you.
about
Got
what
you.
information
Got
you
you
release
niggas, bro.
and to whom, understanding that some people collect information about you for reasons that don't serve your best interests.
Facts.
The Grey Rock method becomes useful when dealing with people who thrive on drama or emotional reactions. Being boring when they seek engagement removes the entertainment value they're looking for. You respond with neutral, brief answers that don't provide fuel for gossip or manipulation attempts. Boundary reinforcement requires consistently maintaining your standards, even when people test them.
This is really
Every
bothering
time you
me
maintain a
because I
boundary
really want to
despite
get this
pushback,
garage
you
band
strengthen
back on
your
here.
ability to protect your peace.
And I can't put it
You
on
learn
that
that
phone
boundaries
either.
aren't
I don't even know
suggestions,
how it's
they're
off of that
requirements
phone,
for
but
access to your
it don't
energy.
matter. But
The circle audit
damn.
involves regularly evaluating who deserves access to your time, energy, and emotional space. Not everyone who wants to be in your life has earned the right to be there.
Huh?
You learn to be intentional about
I'm
who gets
so
your attention and energy,
confused.
understanding that your peace is too valuable to be distributed indiscriminately. As you protect your energy from
Well, I'm gonna
those
throw
who
this
drain it,
tablet away.
you create space for people who enhance it. The green flags in new relationships are distinctly
It's so
different from what you
fucking
used to
thick.
accept. They ask about your goals and actually listen to your answers rather than waiting for their turn to
This
speak or
can't be.
change the subject. They celebrate your wins without making your success about their own insecurities or failures. They respect your boundaries without testing them, understanding that boundaries are signs of
Would
self-respect
really like to
rather than
use it
personal
because
rejection.
it'll
They
calm
bring
my
their
nerves
own
down a
growth
little
energy
bit.
to the relationship, creating connections based on mutual evolution rather than stagnation or codependency. Consider listing 3 qualities you want in your inner circle moving forward. Be specific about the energy you want to surround yourself with and the types of connections that honor your growth rather than threaten it. Something fundamental has shifted in how you move through the world. You know your worth and won't negotiate it, regardless of who's asking you to accept less.
Hold up, I can't concentrate because this is like confusing me that my password is not working. Trying to glitch it so it could take it, and even that's not working. I gotta get off live and do my little hack to do this. I guess niggas is hacked into my shit because this is the password. Nah, oh yeah, it's no way. Okay, it's just I don't have time for that.
You can spot
Just put that shit
insincerity
down,
immediately because you've learned to trust your instincts over people's words. You're not afraid to be alone rather than accept connections that diminish your peace or self-respect. Most importantly, you trust your intuition over
Oh,
their
man, I got
words.
so many phones
You've
because
learned that people's
like
actions
all my
reveal
shit be
their
getting
true
hacked into.
intentions,
Every last one of my
regardless of
phones
what
is
they
off
say.
though.
This ability to
Everything
see
is off
clearly
except
and
my
trust
track
yourself
phone.
is
I'm
perhaps the
using a
most
hotspot.
threatening
I ain't
aspect of your
embarrassed to say this
transformation
shit
to those who
because
prefer.
it take for little old me. People do strategic shit, so I'm proud.
But when you doubted yourself, your unshakable confidence isn't arrogance. It's the natural
It's not
result
arrogance
of
either.
choosing yourself
Yes.
consistently over time. It's built on evidence of your own resilience, growth, and ability to create
Like
the
I'm
life
really
you
not
want,
trying to. I
rather
should
than
have never
accepting whatever
showed
others offer.
this tablet on here, cause like the person that's hacking me next door to me, like whatever. The reason is because they thinking I'm trying to get in here for other reasons, but everything in this motherfucking tablet, y'all saw me about to erase the whole tablet. Everything in this bitch, I got it on this phone and another phone that's in the house and the SIM card. So I'm not trying. I'm just trying to re-download GarageBand. That I don't know how the fuck the shit. Like I don't know. My kids don't use this. Only me and my grandbaby, and she don't touch it when she using it. That I don't know how that shit off with my music on here. I'm just trying to get on here and make a beat or two. I wasn't gonna even. I just want to make a beat so I could stimulate my mind. But it's like evil people know what I like to do and they fuck with that so that I will have no peace of mind. Then it really made me look like a meth head. Like I'm like these other hoes that pick at me for spectrum issues, bitch, and they be having coke issues and all type of other shit that I've never done in my life. So like I was trying to like calm my nerves before I call these people. I have an appointment scheduled for Dr. Mason today, and then tomorrow on my daddy birthday, or my daddy birthday the next day, I have another appointment with that same facility with another lady.
You.
The
Something
point is,
fundamental
like,
has
the
shifted
reason
in
why I'm
how
trying
you
to
move
go
through
is
the world.
because
You know
I don't have to go see these sons of bitches, but they blackmailing me to see them, or bitch, you're gonna get out. And this because they done try everything else to put me out, and they can't put me out. So now they're like, hey, remember we said that you have to come talk to us. No, but I was never like scared. I was nobody. Nobody made me go to them. Nobody. I found them. Like, you see what I'm saying? Nobody, bitch. So I don't have to come to you, ho. That's why I'm trying to leave because I don't have time for the mind games. Because my last therapist told them that she only needed as needed. Pretty much, she told them, like, she's fine. So, but they want to play games, mental games with my life to make me seem that way for real now. So now, hey guys, we can help you with this. When literally I was told to stop medications years ago because the medications was fucking with my organs. So this to see how this shit deep. But I'm gonna keep going.
your worth and won't negotiate it, regardless of who's asking you to accept less. You can spot insincerity immediately
Damn, I
because you've
really
learned
want
to
to
trust your
download this shit.
instincts over people's words. You're not afraid to be alone rather than accept connections that diminish your peace or
Damn Skippy.
self-respect. Most
See, look,
importantly,
y'all,
you trust your
GarageBand was already
intuition over
there.
their words.
It just
You've
erased,
learned
telling
that
me to
people's actions
re-download
reveal
that
their
shit.
true intentions,
Just
regardless of what they say.
some
This ability to
algorithm.
see clearly and trust
How do
yourself
they do
is
that
perhaps
shit?
the most threatening
Why do
aspect
they
of your
do that lame
transformation
shit?
to those who preferred
Why
when
do
you
they do
doubted
that? Why
yourself.
is the light still
Your
on?
unshakable confidence isn't arrogance. It's the natural result
Is it
of
a door
choosing
still
yourself
open?
consistently over time.
Running the
It's
drain
built
the
on
battery.
evidence of your own
Thank God I got
resilience,
a.
growth, and ability to create the life you
Thank
want,
God I got a
rather than
jumper.
accepting whatever others offer you. The opportunities coming your way will match your new energy and standards. You're attracting relationships that honor your growth rather than fear it. The success you're building feels authentic to who you've become rather than performed for
Light
others'
still ain't
approval.
going off.
Most
Come
satisfying
on,
of all,
baby.
you're experiencing the deep contentment that comes from trusting yourself and your choices. What's coming for you includes connections with people who see your value
Y'all need
without
new
needing to
everything.
diminish it.
Come on, baby,
Opportunities
close.
that align with your values and vision, and the
There you go. What time it is? Did I write it down in here? The people that work here just rolled by. And I know y'all heard that slam noise. You like, bitch, we here. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. so I have to use.
Continued
Let's make them wait.
satisfaction
I'm gonna
of
finish
choosing
this video.
yourself,
You might have to
even when
end
it's
that live
uncomfortable
and
for
call them because
others.
this phone is on.
Consider writing a letter from your future self thanking Present You for staying strong during this transformation period. Your future self will be grateful that you didn't shrink back to accommodate others' discomfort with your growth. Your growth is not negotiable, and you don't need to shrink to fit old spaces that no longer serve you. Not everyone will celebrate your evolution, and that's not only okay, it's expected. Your discernment is your superpower, so trust what you see and feel rather than what others tell you to believe. The right people will find you when you're authentic to your growth rather than performing for others' comfort. You're exactly where you need to be, even when it feels uncomfortable or lonely. Your next level is calling, and you're ready to answer because you've learned the most important lesson of personal transformation. Choosing yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. Remember that your transformation is valid, even when others can't. See it or accept it. You've worked too hard to shrink back to their comfort zone. Choosing yourself is not selfish, it's the foundation of everything good that's coming your way.
What does it mean to provide medical care without borders? It means we never ask patients which side are you on or how much can you pay. Instead, we ask,
Let me see if
how
they
can we
open
help?
now. I think
At
I
Doctors
can
Without
call them
Borders,
now.
our job is to save.
Yeah, because um, what was it? Let me see. What time they close? I forgot about that fuckish. Hopefully. Why is it? Totally different than 2 years ago. I have grown tremendously with them. Oh, I don't have text line here though. I gotta do it on there. Just this. Okay. Schedule. It's finna rain too. Probably been a good time to ride dirty. Boys don't like to work in the rain. But we're not gonna do that. What percentage this on? 49. Okay. Alright, gotta end this live, guys. Oh, I didn't even know y'all was on. You said what? He said, "What is bro watching?" This by Felicia young lady was Y'all tell them for me. I gotta get off